Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me for this segment, we have Nikhil Behl. He is the Chief Marketing Officer at FICO to discuss how FICO, the Chelsea Football Club, and the U.S. Soccer Foundation are addressing the issue of financial literacy in the U.S. Nikhil, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Jill, thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
You got it. Could you tell us more about FICO's partnership with Chelsea Football Club and U.S. Soccer Foundation and your shared goal of raising financial literacy in the U.S.?
Great question. Thank you so much for asking that, Jill. It really is the question of the hour or the year. FICO has very long been committed to financial inclusion. For decades, we've been working on this problem. What we found is that we were trying to actually solve this problem maybe too late from a value chain perspective. And we needed to really try to figure out what the root of the issue was and solve for the root of the issue. And the problem is real. The data today, there's a whole bunch of research out there that shows that 1 in 5 teenagers lack basic personal finance skills. Almost 2/3 of young adults are telling us today that they lack confidence in their understanding of personal finance and personal finance knowledge. And there's a bunch of other research that's out there that is showing us that this lack of basic personal finance is actually leading to almost $500 billion worth of errors, the errors that consumers are making that is impacting their personal finances. $500 billion. This is real. It's a real problem. And this partnership with Chelsea and U.S. Soccer Foundation gave us an opportunity to really do something about it, to bring visibility to this problem, to drive real programs that started to do something about it and to make a real impact. But at the end of the day, Chelsea is a renowned brand. It's a fun exercise. It gave us an opportunity to partner with them, U.S. Soccer Foundation, to run 2 very specific programs in each of the 5 cities that moved the needle, but 2 brought visibility to this problem so that we can do more meaningful changes that can scale and tackle this problem on a broad basis.
How did the campaign help bridge the financial literacy gap among underserved communities?
Well, I talked about 2 very specific programs that we ran, Jill. One was for young adults, where we brought in 150, 200 young adults, teenagers, middle schoolers, high schoolers into a financial literacy course where we taught them the basics. What's a checking account? What's a savings account? What's credit? Do you know you need to pay back credit? It's remarkable, Jill, how few young adults actually know they need to pay off their credit cards or credit when they take it. We were able to bring in some of the Chelsea players, which made it fun and got these kids really engaged in the topic and wanting to learn about it. And we brought them to games, which was fun as well. We donated the fundamentals program that we have. It's a high school curriculum program. It's an insertion program, a week-long course that high schools can bring into their regular educational curriculum to teach their students. And so that was really good. And then in addition to that, we also had a different program for adults. In partnership with Operation Hope and other national nonprofits, where we did not just the literacy, but also one-on-one counseling for some of those folks that might have a specific need or a credit-related issue that they needed to go solve for. So these 2 programs, very specifically targeted to those 5 cities, enabled us to reach out to specific folks and help them, but to drive visibility in those communities as well. Because the bigger problem, Jill, is that over half of the states do not require basic personal finance literacy in schools. And we need to change that. We need schools to adopt personal finance literacy into their curriculums so that when kids come out of school, they have a basic understanding, and we're not making this $500 billion personal finance errors even worse than it is today.
Yeah, no, we certainly do. And now that the tour has come to an end, how is FICO planning to continue spreading financial literacy to communities throughout the U.S.?
Well, Jill, wonderful question. Thank you for asking that. As I said earlier, we have built a high school curriculum program that we would love to donate. We are working in DC with elected officials to do something about those half of the states that do not have personal finance literacy requirements in high school to change that. For the states that do have it, that there is some basic or some baseline level of financial literacy that is consistent across the different states. We are going to continue to scale our fundamentals program, which is the young adult training that I talked about, as well as our Score a Better Future programs, which are for adults, which include counseling in partnership with nonprofits out there. So across all 4 platforms, we will continue this effort. At FICO, we were committed to inclusion for 3 decades, and we believe that we will be committed to financial literacy for decades to come.
So why did FICO decide to partner with Chelsea FC and US Soccer Foundation for this campaign around financial literacy?
Very simple, Jill. Chelsea is a renowned brand. Getting the attention of young adults today on a topic like personal finance can be challenging. And so Chelsea not only gave us the opportunity to bring visibility to it via their brand, but also through the fun aspect of this, we were able to get these teenagers to engage in a topic and a subject that they might not otherwise have been interested in. The US Soccer Foundation, works in these communities. They do wonderful work in these communities. They have a network in these communities, and in partnership with them, we were really able to tap into coaches and kids who participate in their programs and bring these educational programs to them.
And finally, Nikhil, how does your role as Chief Marketing Officer influence how you help lead charges like with FICO and the Chelsea partnership?
Well, I consider myself incredibly fortunate, Jill, that I can work on things like this. The day job, absolutely is important, and really helps me and my organization really help the broader FICO organization in amplifying our message in the marketplace, amplifying the value proposition that we bring to the table as a company, in activating our internal organizations and our partners and our customers, frankly, in driving the outcomes that they require, and in accelerating our customers in getting to their end objectives, goals, and the results, as well as for our organization. But at the end of the day, you need a little bit of balance, and programs like this really enable us to make a lasting impact as a company. Personally, is also very fulfilling for me and my team and the broader FICO family, in ensuring that not only are we making an economic impact for our customers, but we're actually making a real impact in the communities in which our customers participate in, and where we participate as well.
All right, Nikhil, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.